Hello everybody and welcome to the Echo Park Speedway in Atlanta for the 17th race of our NASCAR 25 season mode here in the NASCAR Cup Series. Drivers to watch today, of course, the Penske Fords and our teammate of Chase Elliott as we get ready to qualify in our number 48 Ally Chevrolet. Driving is Alex Bowman here as we try to get back to victory lane for the first time since Bristol early in this season. It's been a while since we got victory lane, but we did win 5 of the first 9 races of the season. Since then, no wins, but top 10 almost every single week. We've been consistent, fresh off that last lap crash at Pocono, relegating us to a 7th place finish. Here we are at Atlanta trying to get redemption for the spring, where of course I hadn't had all, we still had the shifting glitch and all that was not figured out. So now that we do, we will come across the line to put down a qualifying time of a 31.181. Puts us P12 on the board. So we will start 12th for our main event, the Quaker State 400 from Atlanta. So we got to quickly advance here to round 2 of qualifying, see who qualifies where. But it looks like possibly Joey Logano might be on pole position. We'll see if he can hold it here through round 2. And indeed, that is the case. Joey Logano on pole here in Atlanta for Team Penske. They will be at the front. Logano first, Austin Cindric second, Ryan Blaney sixth as we get ready to get underway with pre-race ceremonies here in Atlanta. We are green and underway here in Atlanta at Echo Park Speedway. Can we find our way to victory lane here for the first time in our career at the repaved Atlanta? We will see as we start from 12th on the outside of the 2-time NASCAR Cup Series champion of Kyle Busch. Right ahead of us, we got Brad Keselowski, the former 2012 champion. As we are in the mix here, of course, remember, this is our in-season challenge opening race. We are matched up against Josh Berry for today's race, who is 2 cars behind us on this inside lane, so we can just stay ahead of him at the end of this thing. We'll be in a good spot to advance to round 2, which is at the Chicago Street Race for the very first time. That, I assume, can be very, very chaotic. So we get to the inside of Busch and Christopher Bell on the front straightaway, taking a run, making some passes. Now the inside of Tyler Reddick and Kyle Larson as we close in on the back of William Byron and Ryan Blaney up ahead with Austin Cindric as well. The inside of the 24 going to make the pass here in turn 3 and 4. We do into the looking to get 6th, possibly maybe 7th here as you got Larson on the outside. We're pushing our teammate Chase Elliott here, not going too much, just right now gridlocked in the middle. Now we go to the inside of Elliott, 4 wide for a top 5 position into turn 3. We are getting after it. The aggression at an all-time high here in Atlanta. We are now pushing the 3-time Cup Series champion of Joey Logano up the middle, who is shoving Bubba Wallace, who is leading this race. You got Larson in the middle, Brad Keselowski on the outside. Now we're going 4 wide for second into turn 1. We're pushing the issue. We make the move, and now Wallace, we get into the left rear quarter panel. Luckily, don't cause a big crash, but Bubba Wallace holds the lead. We are battling Joey Logano for second. Now on the outside of Chase Elliott. Here on lap number 5, taking a push from Ryan Blaney to the outside of Wallace. We want the lead, but Blaney going to hang us out. And we got to try to get some help here from Logano on this outside lane to find a way back ahead of Bubba Wallace as Chase Elliott now clear for a second. Comes up the racetrack, slides in front of us here to give the 9 a shove. Here down this back straightaway. Heading into turns 3 and 4. Can Chase Elliott make it happen? I go up the racetrack. Just got a little tight right there. And we are dropping positions now. We go from battling for the lead down to about 7th right now. We get to the middle. We go behind our teammate of Kyle Larson, move him up the racetrack. Now we are 3 wide middle here heading into turns 1 and 2. It is still Bubba Wallace and the hometown hero of Chase Elliott from nearby Dawsonville, Georgia, leading this race. As they go 3 wide with Austin Cindric and Ryan Blaney, the Penske teammates who have both been so incredible at these super speedway races. Of course, there's Logano back there. Here comes the 6 of Brad Keselowski, desperate to win this season. A really tremendous super speedway racer as Bubba Wallace continues to dominate this race. But now we get a push from Keselowski. We go to the outside of Bubba Wallace, and here we go, going for the lead for the first time today here in Atlanta, trying to get in position to win the stage potentially and get another playoff point to our totals here as we're on the outside of the 2 machine of Austin Cindric. Now a run down the back on Bubba Wallace. We'll go to the outside of the 23 and now set our sights on moving forward as Kyle Larson gives us the push we need here through turn 3 and 4 on the outside of Wallace. Can we make the pass? Not quite. Still side by side for the race lead here down there. Now 3 wide. Byron trying to make it in the middle. We almost wreck ourselves coming across the nose of our teammate in the 24 who has made back-to-back championship 4 appearances. or sorry, 3 in a row rather, championship 4 appearances. I'm on the outside of Bubba Wallace, getting a big shove from Byron here down the back stretch. Gonna get what we need, and we will clear Bubba Wallace, and we are in the lead here at Echo Park Speedway, halfway through stage 1. We hit the wall, make a big mistake into the wall. We go down the track, we hang on to it. That will cost us the lead with 2 to go in the stage to Kyle Larson and Austin Cindric. And here comes our in-season challenge opponent of Josh Berry to the inside. He will make the move, and now we're going to go right back with a brilliant crossover to the inside of him for 3rd position. Down this back straightaway, we got to position ourselves to make a move to win this stage, so we force our way to the inside of the 2 of Austin Cindric, continuing to battle for the runner-up position, but it is our teammate and our reigning Cup Series champion, Kyle Larson, leading the way, but he gets up out of he gets loose. I take advantage of the bottom. We are side by side for the lead. Final lap of stage 1 here in Atlanta. It's going to be myself or Kyle Larson. We are side drafting, and we are pushing as hard as we can here to win this stage. Who is it gonna be? Larson still the advantage. I am in the middle here trying to get a push possibly from Bubba Wallace. The 23 with a big run down the back stretch gives me the push that I need, and we are in P1 into 3 and 4 for the final time of the opening stage. Can we hang on to bring it home? Yes, we can. As we come out of turn 4, we are going to win stage 1 at Atlanta. And we are now in a great position. We get that playoff point, the 10 stage points, and we're now looking to push to get into position to find a way to win this race. We want to be back in victory lane so bad. But we had a brilliant execution there to get the stage win. Now we move on to stage 2, where we are in the lead still, but on the restart, Bubba Wallace gets to our outside, and the intense racing here at Atlanta continues. I almost got tagged by Kyle Larson right there. We hang on to it. Bubba clears us. We get extremely tight off the back of the 23, way up the racetrack. There goes our momentum and positions. We'll now fall back to the front of John Hunter Nemechek's number 42 Toyota for Legacy Motor Club, who gives us a push down this back straightaway. Now we start sights on the back of Todd Gilliland in the 34. Got Cindric up the middle. He got AJ Allmendinger to the inside, pushing Gilliland forwards out by Kyle Larson. How about the 34? Todd Gilliland, Front Row Motorsports, never won in his career. A really solid super speedway racer, and here he is on the outside of Bubba Wallace for the race. As this battle continues down the back straightaway, Gilliland ahead. I'm trying to get a push here from Nemechek. We get a huge run down the back straightaway. Big push to Gilliland, who's through to the lead. I tagged the wall again, right in entry to the corner, because we had so much momentum. We just got loose and slid into the wall right there. How about Ty Gibbs coming along on the bottom, pushing Chase Elliott, the hometown hero, to the front of this field. So it's Elliott and Gilliland right now. I'm in this 3rd lane trying to make progress with John Hunter Nemechek. This time we finally don't hit the wall and entry to the corner and give the 34 a shove through turns 1 and 2. Again, not enough room to go to the middle, so we're going to leave Gilliland on the outside, go to the middle lane, trying to make a push now in front of our teammate Kyle Larson. Gives us a push, which we have no choice but to give to the back of the young Ty Gibbs in the 54, who is still looking for that elusive first career victory. So now we are trying to charge on the outside of Chase Elliott and Ty Gibbs to get into the race lead here in stage 2. We get a big push from Larson. We get to the outside of Elliott. Here we come charging to the lead here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. So to the outside of Elliott, big push from Larson. We are now in the lead here at Atlanta. Now going to lap 16, ensuing lap. We get past on the inside. Here comes Elliott back again, our teammate not backing down. We continue to have some intense and incredible racing here at Echo Park Speedway. Elliott up on the bottom side of the racetrack. Larson on the top. I go to the inside of Elliott, force him to the middle. We are 3 wide for the lead. Hendrick Motorsports controlling the lines here in Atlanta. Myself, Elliott, Larson, each leading 1 lane. Byron behind Elliott. We are in complete control of this race, keeping everyone behind us as Larson gets a big run down the back straightaway. We're going to push from Allmendinger into turn 3, and that will greatly help us clear the 5 for the lead and establish control here as we work our way through stage number 2 here in Atlanta. Now on lap 11, getting closer and closer to green flag pit stops. Here we throw a block on Allmendinger, but here comes Kyle Larson back on my outside of the push from Austin Cindric. I'm trying to block everybody. Can't quite do it. Larson now going to have that momentum as we go into turns 1 and 2. Chris Buescher, or actually Larson to back out of it, so we hold the lead once again. Now the outside of Chris Buescher here on lap 14. The 17 has come up to the front. RFK Racing has done a great job of positioning themselves to compete for the stage win. You got Chastain behind Buescher. I'm trying to get the push from Allmendinger. The pit crew is saying come in this time. I'm going to wait just 1 more lap and then bring it down here as we are in front of the 17 going into turn 3 and 4. We're actually going to change it last minute. We are going to come in this time here in stage 2. Because I turned the black flags part off, I still can't speed, but I can come down to pit entry much later than you would on the actual race. You go all the way down low here. Big checkup and we make it down to pit road speed limit safely, and then we go for our scheduled stage 2 stop. We take 2 tires and fuel, and we come out currently scored in 25th, 1 lap down, but we are in position to cycle out to be the leader, as the ensuing lap will pass a whole bunch of cars on pit road, so now we'll be up to P19, P18, and now the leader, Denny Hamlin, all these guys behind him are basically out of fuel, just going so incredibly slow, so we're just going to fly by these guys in the outside lane, which will allow us to get our lap back, be back on the lead lap, which we do right there. Now we should be in position to cycle out to the race lead. So here we are, 5 to go on the stage. We'll pass Elliott on pit road, and we are in the lead here in Atlanta. Brilliant pit call here for our green flag pit stop in stage 2. Now closing on the back of Chase Elliott will push him as he's about to get lapped, as he stayed out so long, he was going so slow. As everything cycled out, he's the last car on the lead lap in 39th. As here we are on the final lap of stage 2. I'm going to easily sweep the stages here. The question is, do I want to put my teammate a lap down? I am leaning towards yes, but he'll get the free pass, and we'll trap Todd Gilliland to lap down, which is works out for both of us. So I get to the inside of Chase Elliott here. I'm going to lap him into turns 3 and 4 as we come through to dominate and win stage 2 here in Atlanta, thanks to strategies. We keep Chase Elliott 1 lap down. He'll receive the free pass, but it's myself the stage winner over Wallace, Allmendinger, LaJoie, Keselowski, Cindric, Logano, Chastain, and Berry the top 10. So here we are in the final stage of racing. 24 laps to go in Atlanta. 1 more pit stop left to be made. I'm trying to block Corey LaJoie. Almost stuffed him in the fence right there. Sorry, that's Brad Keselowski behind us. I almost stuffed him in the fence. We are second to the 23 of Bubba Wallace, who has been strong all night long. And here we are to the outside of Bubba. A brilliant move right there. Allows us to take the push from Brad Keselowski. We are back in the lead. Then a few laps later, we drop back down to 5th, but we get a huge shove from Ross Chastain on the back straightaway to transfer that momentum to Bubba Wallace on this outside lane as he tries to pass AJ Allmendinger for the race lead. How about Corey LaJoie in the 0-1, having a heck of a night up here in the middle lane inside the top 5 late in this race, in a position to compete for the victory. Same thing with Allmendinger as we are alongside the 16 for a second, barely holding off Ross Chastain. Now we secure the middle lane here to take the push from Corey LaJoie. Big run in the back of Bubba Wallace in the 23, and we will be forced to push him as we are not clear low. Now that we're clear over Allmendinger, I swing to the inside as I want the race lead. I want control of this race that we've had almost all night long. It's worked in our favor, but Bubba Wallace has a rocket ship in that number 23 Toyota, and we continue to battle it out for the race lead here now with just 18 laps remaining. It is myself and Wallace with the pushers of Allmendinger and LaJoie in turn 1. We secure the lead. Thank you, AJ Allmendinger, for the push. But now on lap 51, here comes Joey Logano, the 3-time Cup champ and multiple-time Super Speedway winner, to our outside, trying to take the lead here in Atlanta with 15 laps remaining. He's on the outside. I'm in the middle. Allmendinger coming back in the bottom lane. We get a push from Corey LaJoie to get back to the middle to battle the 22. We're just going to stay there and continue to battle with Logano here as we go into turns 3 and 4 here in Atlanta. Some phenomenal racing we have had all night long, still continuing in this final stage. Everyone pushing as hard as they can throughout the whole race as I try to get a push from Bubba Wallace here to get to the outside of Logano. Not quite. We have to stay behind him. Now on 53, Logano's going to brake check us coming down the pit road. And oh my goodness, that cost us momentum, which has allowed Chris Buescher and Corey LaJoie to take their shots now and get in the lead. And now I am in a tough position here as I try to find my way down to the bottom to make my final pit stop of the night here in Atlanta. Brad Keselowski in the conversation. There's our in-season challenge rival, Josh Berry, is behind us. That is very, very concerning, as we have to beat that 21. Under no circumstance can we let Josh Berry beat us on this pit cycle as we go to the inside of Corey LaJoie. I'm going to try to stay on 1 more lap. Everyone's getting into it here into turn 3. Berry now going for the lead here. And this is where it gets dicey here, this in-season challenge, where myself and the 21 are fighting for the race lead. We are getting ready to come in to pit road this time by for our final pit stop of the night. Going to be 2 tires and fuel. So it's worked for us all night long. Should work one final time here. So here we are working on the Berry. Got Bubba Wallace to the inside of us here. They've been 2 of our biggest rivals all night long, and they are in the conversation late. I got Chris Buescher pushing me. I need to be able to get clear of these guys. Now I can get clear as they'll go down low. So now I'm preparing to make my pit stop now here. It's going to be coming to 10 laps to go. We get on the brake, skip below the red line there and coming in hot to pit road, but we make pit road speed limit and we are through. And now as we cycle out, currently score 28th, we're going to pass a lot of these guys coming out of pit road now, and Look at that, a huge stack up with Bubba Wallace. Barry, the other leaders are stuck behind Cindric, Cody Ware, and SVG, and that is brilliant for us. That allows us to get to the outside now of Ricky Stenhouse and Brad Keselowski to be the first car on this pit cycle, potentially cycling out to be the race leader here now with just 6 laps remaining. We are officially in the lead over Brad Keselowski. Now, white flag waving, final lap, presented by Credit One Bank here at Echo Park Speedway. They are 3 by 3 behind us. Can we hold off Brad Keselowski, Bubba Wallace, and Josh Berry for the win? Keselowski in the bottom, Wallace on the outside. We feel the block down the back straightaway. So far, so good. Reddick now in the middle. Now we have to block 3 lanes. Here comes the 23. Wallace is on our outside. It's going to be another one of those classic Atlanta photo finishes as we are coming out of turn 4 for the final time. Bubba Wallace still there. Momentum to the line. Side by side. Bubba Wallace wins it at Atlanta in a photo finish. He steals it from us right on the final corner of the race. Oh my goodness, what a finish, but what heartbreak for us as Bubba Wallace steals our 6th win away from us, and he punches his ticket into the playoffs. You see where everybody else have finished throughout the rest of the grid. We finished 2nd though. We beat Josh Berry, which means we do advance in the in-season challenge, which is very, very nice. How about Connor Zillich with the top 10 finish? Shout out to young driver the 87s. Here are the point standings. We extend our lead over Byron to 66 points now for the regular season championship. Larson, Hamlin, Byron, Elliott, Bell. Now Bubba Wallace joins them, as well as Logano, McDowell, and Herbst has 10 winners with 7 races to go in the regular season. Blaney, Briscoe, Reddick, Buschert, Chastain, and then Brad Keselowski 4 points above Kyle Busch at the cut line. Allmendinger only out by 9 heading into the streets of Chicago. Then you got Hocevar, Priest, Cindric, Gibson, Berry right there on the outside looking. SVG all the way down in 29th in points. But luckily for SVG, we have back-to-back road course races, which means he has back-to-back opportunities to punch his ticket into the playoffs and will be the favorite to do so. But now we have our in-season challenge bracket update. So ourselves beating Josh Berry means we get to face Ross Chastain in the streets of Chicago in round 2, who eliminated Chase Briscoe. Then we'll have the Penske battle of Blaney versus Logano. And then Bell versus our race winner, Bubba Wallace. And then Denny Hamlin, the 1 seed, versus Michael McDowell. And then Chase Elliott advances to face AJ Allmendinger. And then Byron versus Keselowski. Larson versus Busch, two-time Cup champs in that battle. And then Tyler Reddick versus John Hunter Nemechek on that bottom right side of the bracket. So our goal, beat Ross Chastain and advance to Sonoma to face one of the Penske Fords in the in-season challenge 3rd round. So that'll be at Sonoma next episode, Chicago next episode. As we end this episode, as always, I want to give a shout out to my channel members. Thank you so much to JJ, Brenda Breen, and Jeremy Isley for your support. I really, really appreciate it. It means a ton to me. Helps this channel and I continue to grow, produce some awesome content. Now on a road towards 2,000 subscribers. So if you are watching and not subscribed, please do subscribe. Completely free, only takes a couple seconds. I really appreciate it. Then if you want to become a paid channel member and get video shout outs and other exclusive perks like these 3, only $5 a month. Link is in the description down below. And until Chicago Street Race next episode, I hope you all have a good one.